Hello, before the video gets started, I forgot to mention in my review guide that the John Bart B, Massachusetts B, Alaska B, and Asahio B are not available for doubloons. They're only available for actual cash. Yes, so I forgot to mention that in the video. But yep, hope you guys enjoy my video. Make sure to leave any comments, questions, or concerns if you have any in about the video or about any ships. But yeah, enjoy the video. Hello, this is OverlordBou, back with another information video, and today we'll be going over the new Black Friday event and the new ships that were added to the game for the Black Friday event, so let's hop right into it. So the first ship they added that's new to the game is going to be the Brisbane B. As you can see, it has a new Black Friday camo. Looks very smooth, very smooth. I like the texture they did for the camos and the sides, looks really nice. So I like this one a lot. The next ship that they added was the Azuma B. Azuma B is the next ship they added. They did a lot of features with the Black Friday ships, like really nice. They look better than the predecessors, so very nice on this one. The next ship that they added is the Alabama B. That is the next ship that they added for this Black Friday patch. So if you're any fans of any of these ships, you can get them for cheap, and I'll show you guys the prices momentarily once we're done looking at them in port. And the Munchkin B is the final ship that they added. So they added 4 ships this time around. All very beautiful ships. Very well done by Wargaming. The art department always top tier as always. So let's look at the Black Friday event, and we'll be going over all the ships. So I'll be recommending what ships are the top ships and which ones are like, yeah, it's not really worth it. So as you can see at the very top here, you're able to pick Black Friday ships, and it says, containers. You can buy them, these containers here. You have a 12% chance to get Black Friday ships out of them. Of course, I'm going to say it's never worth it to buy Black Friday containers. It's always worth it just to buy the ships here. You can go down here and scroll, and they have all of the previous Black Friday ships here for sale. I thought they would be for sale for, oh wait, sorry. You can pick on doubloons. There's the for money, and then you can do it for doubloons. So you're able to do it for money, or you can do it for doubloons depending upon what you have in port. So you say, oh, well, I don't have any doubloons, or you have doubloons, or you have money. You can buy it either way. So very nice of Wargaming to be able to do that, so you can buy it with both ways. Sometimes they have these deals only for money or only for doubloons, so it's nice they have it for both this time around. Now, for the Black Friday event here, I think that you get this from just spending money on the ships. You can buy these with the tokens you get. You can get coupons. These coupons are used for certain ships. It says right here, 50% off the San Diego Huron in Duplex. This is here it's for the same ship, so you can get discounts for these particular ships only. That's a big feature here. So only these ships, which is kind of surprising. I feel like they should have had it for all, not just only 3 ships. But like for me though, the Huron is really good. The Duplex is okay, and the San Diego's okay. But the best ship here for a discount is definitely going to be the Huron. The Huron's a really strong tier 7 destroyer, really strong overall. I really love the Huron. So if you spend any money on Black Friday and you want to get yourself a really strong tier 7 destroyer, the Huron's definitely the ship for you. Now, they did add a new destruction animation in game for Black Friday, the monochrome. They did add this, so if you spend any money on the Black Friday event, you're able to spend money on this. So it is pretty cool. So as of right now, as you can see, they're selling the Brisbane for $118, Azuma B for $65, Alabama B for $34, and all of these ships, all the Black Friday ships are at a discount, right? So but that's the specialty of the Black Friday ships. All of them are at a discount from their normal price. Normally tier 8 battleships are $50, but Black Friday ships are always at a discount. So $35 for the Alabama, which is a pretty good deal. Azuma B is $65. Normally it'd be $77. But the Brisbane B, normally it would be like $150 or $140. It's $118. And the same costs are for doubloons here. So you can kind of see a reference for the prices here if you want to see a doubloon or a money price there. Now, okay, so with that main talk out of the way, let's start talking about what ships are actually worth it or not worth it. Pretty obvious. Um, Pretty obvious here. The old reliable, like the old guard, the ships you can't really get anymore. The John Bart, the Massachusetts B, the Alaska B are like your go-to ships that, like, if you are newer to the game and you haven't been around that much, you haven't been able to get the regular versions of these ships. These three are no longer available to get in game besides the Black Friday or from Santa containers, and all these ships are really good, except for the John Bart. This dispersion is really trolly for the battleship. The Massachusetts is the legendary Tier 8 American battleship. Very strong brawler. It's definitely my favorite ship in the game. It is so much fun to play. It's got that American secondaries, amazing guns, maneuverability. It's a very strong ship for Tier 8. Always reliable. And it's $36. Normally it would be like $50, but it's 36. Very good price for the Massachusetts. The Alaska is one of the strongest Tier 9 cruisers in the game. This is definitely a must-have for any of you guys that would like to collect or anything in that regard. Very strong ship, good radar. Its AP can dev strike cruisers, and it does heavy damage to battleships. The guns are 305s with a reload of 17.6 seconds, but of course you can build into it, so it is quicker than that. Very strong guns, has good utility. It has a radar, a hydro, very strong overall. But yeah, you could also switch it for DFA, but I don't know why you would do that. Has a heal and DCP. Armor is also decent too for a cruiser. It's almost impossible to Citadel at Alaska. It's very, very hard to. So overall, it's a very strong ship. So would definitely recommend it for people, for sure. John Bart is the one more as like, it's iffy. It's iffy, right? It's a very strong French battleship where it has all of its guns in the front. So a lot of the time you're sitting back at distance, bow in, just spamming HE at the distance. If you're closer, you can use AP, but a lot of the time you're just going to be using HE because the AP isn't reliable at distance. You do have 380s, but you don't want to get too close with the ship unless you're going to be using your reload booster, then you can. But the guns, they have 430 millimeter frontal plating, but don't let that fool you because these guns can get knocked out very easily. A lot of the French battle bitch suffer from having their guns knocked out really easily. So having all its guns in the front's nice, but people can also knock out your guns really easily. So yeah, definitely be careful of that when you have this ship. You do have to build into the guns to make sure that that doesn't happen, but it still will. So going through this, let's just start off at the top. So we went over the old Vanguard. Let's talk about the Brisbane. Brisbane is an amazing ship, right? Really fun, 12 kilometer. It's pretty much a Minotaur with HE. Has 13.5 kilometer torpedoes. Amazing guns, amazing utility. Has a 12 kilometer radar. Has a hydro as well, and a super heal. Very nice ship. But the thing is, why would you buy this when you can just get it for free in the armory? You can get it for coal, right? So you don't need to spend money on this. Like if you have the extra money, sure, it looks nice, but you can always get the ship in the get the ship in for coal instead, so you can get it for free. You don't have to pay money for it because a lot of people are this will be their first time for Black Friday. They want to know what ships are the must-have. So the must-have ships are like the old Vanguard, like the Massachusetts, the Alaska. What else is there? There's like a lot of old like Vanguard ships. Like you technically like the Graf Zeppelin's on there, in here. Like there's a lot of really old ships in here. Like the Wang B is also a must-have because the Loang itself you can still buy it in game, but you can get this to discount here for $23 instead of its normal $30. So you can get it for cheaper as well. And we'll be going over this list as we go down. But I just want to say, like, for the Brisbane, just get it for coal. It's a really good ship, but just get it for coal. You don't need to spend money on it. That's what I see it as. And the same thing goes for the Azuma, right? You can get the Azuma for coal. You don't need to spend money on it. Just get it for coal for free. It is a fun kiting ship, but it doesn't really have that much unique gameplay besides that. It does have an amazing AP that can dev strike cruisers. It can punish battleships. It does a really good job in that. But the playstyle is very just, you do one playstyle and that's it. You're not really able to do anything else with the ship. You try being super aggressive, you're just going to get farmed out. You have to stay your distance. If you get anywhere near closer, you're just going to be suffering. So be careful of that. Alabama B, there is no way to get it for free in this game, so I would say that if you're looking for more of a mid to long range battleship, not like a brawler like the Mass, the Alabama is definitely a great choice. It does have very accurate guns, good heal, good armor, pretty much identical armor to the North Cal and the Massachusetts. Oh wait, no, sorry, it has slightly different torpedo protection. It has higher torpedo protection than the rest. Each of the sister ships, the Massachusetts, Alabama, and North Cal, all have different specialties, and that particular ship has a higher torpedo protection than the rest. So it is nice to have a higher torpedo protection on the ship, so very nice and for that. It does look really good, though. Like, I like it a lot. So if you're looking for more a mid to long range American battleship, then I would definitely say the Alabama is worth it for you, 100%. And again, you can only get this ship by buying it. You can't get the regular Alabama for free or anything like that. You have to get it you have to buy it in game for $50, or you have to get it from the Santa containers if you plan on gambling for those in December. So that's a recommendation for the Alabama. Going down, the Asahio is it's like a iffy one, because its torpedoes can only hit battleships and carriers. So if you have a day where there's not that many battleships playing or there's no CVs, then yeah, you're really not doing anything. The guns are pretty mediocre. This ship's specialty is to bully and harass battleships and aircraft carriers. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. That is its specialty. If you don't have those ships in your match, or very few of them, then you're not really doing much in the match, and that's all to it. So let's start going down to a lot of the older Black Friday ships. So the Napoli B, you can get this ship for free, right? The Napoli is an amazing secondary Italian cruiser, very tanky, one of the top tier 10 cruisers in the game currently. So for $118, you can buy it, or you can just get it for coal by heading over here, and you can buy it for coal. You don't need to buy this ship. It's a coal ship. I definitely would recommend it, but again, you can just get it for coal. So really no point in getting it here. Yoshino B, it's also a coal ship as well. It is a strong kiting ship like the Azuma that we talked about earlier, but this one has torpedoes and is a tier 10. It is a very strong kiting ship at tier 10 with strong AP as well. It does very well at long range, but up close, it doesn't do as well. But I would definitely say just recommend this ship for coal. It's not really worth paying for it here. So that's just how I would see it. Just buy it for coal. You don't need to spend money on it. The Awami is definitely a fun battleship for the Japanese. It does have long range torpedoes, 20-kilometer torpedoes. You can build it into secondaries, but unfortunately the secondary range is only 10.5 kilometers. It's way shorter than the normal secondary range at tier 9, which is 12 kilometers. So you have to be way more aggressive to be able to use the secondaries on this ship. So it's a little bit harder for new players or people that are more average or normal, to be able to use it effectively. So I would definitely say, don't buy this one. You can just, I wouldn't say buy this one. And again, this is a coal ship too. So if you just want to get it for coal, just get it for coal. The next ship on this list is going to be the Pommer B. You can get the Pommer for, I need to remember real quick if you actually get it for coal. I don't remember. Yep, you can get it for coal. So most of this list is just going to be me saying you can just get the ship for coal. So like Pommer is a lot of fun to play. It's pretty easy to use. It's a really fun brawler for tier 9 for the Germans. It's a very nice crew trainer as well. But again, you can get the ship for coal or you can buy it with money. Totally up to you on that one. The same thing goes for the Kearsarge. Kearsarge is a very strong hybrid. It has one of the best, I think it has one of the best or is the best tier 9 battleship salvos in the game. It doesn't have that same overmass as a Musashi, but overall the guns on this thing are amazing. If it didn't have the planes, the ship would be still god tier even without the planes. The planes just add that little extra spice to where you can use it to force your enemies to turn and get that really good salve on them when they're turning to dodge your planes. You'll just smash them with your AP salvo instead. It does a lot of damage. So I would definitely recommend it. You can get it for coal or you can buy it here. It is 65 bucks. So you can get it here if you want. Up to you guys. The Black B, it is currently the most expensive coal ship in the game. Is it actually the most expensive? Let me check. It is. The Black and the Shimi are the most expensive coal ships in the game. So, would I recommend it? I would recommend the Black, like honestly, only because of how expensive it is for coal. It's just easier just to buy it here than it is for coal, because that is so much coal that I would just recommend you guys just buy it instead. It's a really good ship. It has the radar smoke combo with a 7.5 kilometer radar, and it has really good guns. Very strong ship. A lot of fun to play. You'll decimate other tier 9 destroyers if you fight it. Very fun to play. Now, one of my favorite ships as the Black Friday ones is the Mains, or the Mines B. The Mines is definitely one of the best tier 8 cruisers in the game besides the Bayard. Amazing HE and good AP as well. This ship is just designed to harass and farm battleships at distance and cruisers or anything alike. Very high DPM, and since it has the German special pin, you're able to pin 38 millimeters of armor. So even if you are up tiered in this ship, you're still able to farm those more heavily armored battleships at tier 10, which is a really nice feature for this ship. It makes it a lot of fun, and you're able to get a lot of damage on the higher tier ships you'll be facing if you do get up tiered, which inevitably you are going to. So I would definitely recommend people buy the Mains B here, because again, you can't buy the Mains anywhere else. You can buy it regularly. Sorry, you can buy it in game regularly for 45 bucks, or you could buy it here at a discount for $31. So I would definitely recommend people buy the Mines for the $31 here. It's definitely a good deal for that. The Brandenburg, I'm not gonna recommend it as much because you could just buy the Turpez. Like, to me, the Brandenburg is just like, its shells are really good for like starting fires. It's not really more of an AP thrower battleship. It's more of like HE. Like, yes, you can use the AP, of course you can, but they are going to be smaller caliber. They're not going to be doing as much damage, and it is a secondary battleship like the Turpez. It's pretty much a Turpez with smaller guns, and that's the best way to put it. So I would just say buy the Turpez. Turpez has been the old reliable battleship ever since it first came out. It is still one of the best tier 8 battleships in the game. Old, reliable, a lot of fun to play. It's just so much fun. I love this ship. It's just old, reliable Turpez. So much fun to play. I would definitely say it's worth buying the Turpez. 100% for sure. Atago B, old, reliable for the Japanese. It was one of the first premiums in the game for tier 8 for the Japanese. Till this day, this ship is still a very strong tier 8 cruiser. Very high maneuverability, hydro, fighter, heal. Very nice. You can get it for 30 bucks. You can't get the ship for free, so you have to pay money for it only. So I would just say, if you want to get the ship, then sure, just buy it here. I know a lot of people save their money for the Black Friday event, so just get it. It's very nice. It's a good ship. Chaklov B is one of the strongest tier 8 CVs currently in the game. Like the Chaklov B and the Karge B are. You can get both of these ships currently in the regular armory. But of course, you can get them here for a discount. So if you want to get it for a discount, you can if you enjoy CV. So I definitely recommend both of these if you want the more like OP aircraft carriers. And the Karge B, the Chaklov B are really good. Now, the Graf Zeppelin is more of a meme with its secondaries. And I know that they're going to be doing testing and such for being able to use your secondaries as main guns on aircraft carriers. So I would definitely say maybe get this just for that. You can get it at a discount here. I personally have it, and I find it a lot of fun to play with memes. But other than that, it's not going to do as much, unfortunately. Excuse me. All right, so we're almost done with the ship list. So Cossack B and the Lang B. You can get both of these ships currently for money or doubloons currently in the armory. So you can just get them here for a discount. Cossack is very closely related to the Lightning for the British. Cossack is definitely one of the top tier 8 destroyers in the game. Very strong, great guns, good torpedoes, very maneuverable. Great concealment. You have a short burst smoke of the British with the engine boost and the short range hydroacoustics. Very strong destroyer. Very reliable as well. I would definitely recommend it for the British. Highly recommend it. As well as the Luang. The Luang has, it's more of like is a former USS Benson that was transferred to the Chinese Navy in 1954. The torpedoes are okay. The guns are good. Maneuvering is really good. It's very, very maneuverable. Concealment and spotting is also really good on this ship as well. It has a 5.8 kilometer concealment with a 5.5 kilometer hydro. So you can use your smoke and that hydro to kind of sneak up on enemy destroyers and keep them perma-spotted with that hydro and smoke. So they can't spot you, but then you can spot them with the hydro combo. So it's a lot of fun to do that, to be able to bully enemy destroyers that you're fighting. So I would definitely recommend the Cossack and the Luang B. The Saipan, I definitely do not recommend. It's definitely a very hard aircraft carrier to play. And in the current meta, with how a lot of times you're up tiered a lot, this ship really suffers in that. So I would not recommend the Saipan B at all. Would not recommend it at all. Shahorse, why get the Shahorse when you can get the Shahorse 43? The Shahorse 43 should have been added. Let me double check. It should have been added for... Where is tier? Where is it? I can't see it. Oh, here it is. It should have been added. Yep, here you go. So the Shahorse 43 was added for coal. So I don't see a point in buying the Shahorse B when you can just get the Shahorse 43, which is, in my opinion, a lot more fun to play. It's more the brawler to the regular Shahorse. So don't buy this. Just get the Shahorse 43 for coal. 100%. Sims, Lazo, Atlanta. All very reliable ships for tier 7. Highly recommend all these. Just get them for a discount here if you're interested in a tier 7 ship. This is America, this is Russian, and this is America. So that is my short list on the Black Friday event. If you guys have your own favorites that you want to say in the comments, you can. Definitely let me know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this Black Friday event. If you guys have any questions or concerns, definitely let them know as well. Also, the Halloween event for Star Trek is going on, so make sure you guys are playing that. That'll be a lot of fun to play. Oh, I forgot one thing. One thing. You can only get the Munchkin through buying this pass here. Yeah, I don't recommend that. Don't go through this. Like, you can if you want, but like it's not worth it. Like, you have to buy all these bundles at the very end to get it. Like, yeah, You could just buy, it's cheaper to buy the regular Weimar, sorry, the Munchkin at that point. And yeah, I don't recommend it as much. So don't buy this thing. Like, yeah, if you want the rewards in here, that's fine, right? But the Munchkin itself, nah. Like Munchkin and Weimar, like the two tiers 7 German cruisers, they're like really close to how good they are each. So I would recommend just getting like just the regular Munchkin or the Weimar. But yep. That is going to be it. If you guys have any questions, concerns, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But thank you all for watching, and I will talk to y'all later.